Wagwan, my name's Ed Hawks, British Street Champion.
My name's Jason Auld, aka the White P Diddy, aka the Beast from the East, aka Scotland's sexiest unicyclist, 2 years running, undefeated, undisputed, largest arms, and we're here to do harm. And we're here for Voodoo Unicycles tutorials.
And we're here to show you that grinding isn't just for the ladies in the club, it's street as well. Let's get started, Ed. Let's get our grind on. Let's get straight down to business. Grinding isn't actually that difficult. Essentially, it's just a crank grab or a pedal stool, but while moving. It helps if you start off with a nice grind box. One that you'd find at a skate park is ideal. To make the ledge more slippery, you can rub wax on it. Now, this isn't essential, and sometimes you can overdo it, as demonstrated by Jason. My advice would be, if you ever do wax a ledge or a rail, then hit it with caution the first time. You could end up seriously hurting yourself. Let's get started with the grind. What you want to do is place your crank or your pedal, or both, onto the ledge and slide along. To do this, you need to be comfortable with pedal grabs or crank grabs. So go away and watch our tutorial for those if you're not. You can grind with your back foot or your front foot, as we'll demonstrate. I use my back foot for grinding ledges and my front foot for grinding rails. We'll only be covering ledges in this tutorial because rails are a totally different animal. Approach a ledge with a medium speed. You want to hop just at the start of the ledge, just high enough to get your pedal on top. The most important thing when grinding is to make sure you're jumping into the grind and not onto the grind. The key difference is, if you jump too high, then you can lose your momentum and you'll stop dead and it'll come off the front. For front foot grinds, you want to be slightly leaning forwards with your weight over the foot that is on the ledge. It's a fine line between leaning too far forwards and too far backwards. Experiment and see what works for you. I find back foot grinds are far more forgiving. You can get away with leaning much further backwards and still sliding. You want to put most of your weight on the back foot. Some people even take their front foot off the pedal altogether. A common mistake while learning back foot grinds, especially if you've learnt front foot grinds already, is putting too much weight on the front foot. This means you sort of do a rev out of the grind and it will throw you off. We can give you all the tips in the world, but at the end of the day it all comes down to practice. Grinding is such a versatile skill to know, so get out there, give it a go and grind everything in sight. I do.